We are all familiar with the Canon R5, 45 megapixels, that dual pixel CMOS autofocusing system, the dual car slots with the CF Express, beautiful touchscreen, and we are talking about a 4-year-old camera. The stats are still impressive today, but 4 years ago, it seemed too good to be true. As a photography tool, it quickly became a legend. 4 years later, the R5 is still one of the best cameras in its class.
When you are talking full frame mirrorless, you have to mention the Canon R5.
The Canon R5 was released on July 9th of 2020.
But on July 8th of 2020, Sony was poised to dominate the mirrorless camera market. Sony had been doing this for a while and had had many successful camera releases, and Canon simply was late. They released the Canon R, but it seemed like Canon was trying to catch up rather than innovate in the space. Canon was starting to become known as a company that held back features from its photography cameras to protect cameras in its other lines. Canon needed a groundbreaking release in the mirrorless market in order to solidify its space. And so the Canon R5 was Canon's response to the mirrorless market. Oh, and did it make a difference? Its features were amazing 4 years ago. They're still impressive today, but back then they were definitely groundbreaking. So in 2020, when the Canon R5 released, it sold out before it even hit shelves. Now, it did have one major flaw. However, that flaw really did not even impact photographers. So for photography, the Canon R5 was the perfect camera. This momentum opened the door for Canon to release its mirrorless line. The R3, the R7, R8, R6 Mark II, R1, and currently the R5 Mark II. When we discuss mirrorless systems, we have to talk about Canon. We have to. And the Canon R5 is a major reason why. How many businesses have been built on this camera? If you use the Canon R5 professionally, in the chat, tell us how you use your Canon R5 professionally. I myself am an event and portrait photographer. I have had the Canon R5 for years now, and I have not one time found something that I wanted or needed to do that I could not do with the Canon R5. So, after all these years of having the Canon R5, I've just really started shooting in log. I've never shot in 8K. I've never played with a 400 megapixel file. What I'm trying to say is, I have not hit the ceiling of this camera yet. There is still so much more it has to offer me, and I can say I am content being a Canon R5 owner. But you know how I really feel about it. Whatever you're shooting, I just hope that you are using it, and I really hope that you're enjoying it. Until next time, peace.